Hi, TransByDef. This is Christine. The topic this week is living openly transgender life or going stealth. And for those of you that don't know what going stealth is basically you bury your past. Um, you hide that you ever existed as a man. You don't ever think about it. You don't ever talk about it. You hide it. And nobody around you will know, except those that you choose to tell. And I don't know how many most people choose to tell. Living an openly trans life, on the other hand, doesn't mean that you wear a Trans Menace t-shirt and you carry a sign that says, trans person here. It doesn't mean that. It's very much what Charlotte talked about. It's living in a way that is entirely authentic to you, not necessarily disclosing who you are, but not hiding from who you are either, not hiding from your past. So if somebody heard a rumor that you were trans, they'd know. If you're dating somebody, they'd know from the first day, without hiding. If you're living stealth, you'll hide it for a while, but even then, I think at some point you'll tell the person that you care about, what your past is. Even if you're stealth, I think you'd tell. But maybe not. But openly trans people will probably tell right away, because they don't want any confusion, they don't want any problems. I am openly trans. I will always be openly trans. But it's not without its costs. At this point, I probably would have some problems passing 100% of the time. But I passed more than I thought I would. So, who knows? But in the future, I think I will pass. I think I'll be accepted as female by pretty much anybody. And I love that idea. And the problem with this openly trans lifestyle that I've sworn that I will live is that people will know. And when they know, even if they support you, even if they care about you, even if they love you, even if everything goes perfect and they're an awesome person, they know. And it sometimes comes out. I've had a trans woman who was one of my dearest friends misgender me. I've had my voice therapist who thinks of me only as a woman misgender me. My mother, who supports my transition, misgendered me over and over and over again when she came to visit just recently. They know. And we're hardwired to think about it. So the question is, I guess, are we lying then? When we say that somebody who's a trans woman is a woman? And the answer is, of course not. No. I'm a woman. I'm not like other women. I'm different, but I'm still a woman. Actually, I'm like a lot of women, but I'm not like the super feminine thought of who a woman should be. That's not me. I'm me. Hi. I'm me. And I'm always going to be me. And I'll be misgendered from time to time because of how I live. But the alternative to me, the living a stealth life, even though it appeals to me, even though the idea of never having to face that from people, I remember the closet. I remember hiding who I was. I remember the fear that people might figure out who I was. And I don't ever want to go into a closet again. Ever. And it was a closet for me. People that are living openly stealth lives or openly trans life don't look over their shoulders and worry about whether or not somebody will figure it out. They don't worry about whether their voice will give them away. They don't worry about if a coworker might find out and tell everybody that they're working with, or a classmate. To me, even though living stealth is living authentically as you, there's nothing wrong with living a stealth life. But even though it's authentic, even though it's real and true, it's a closet. Because you have to look over your shoulder. You worry about whether somebody's figured you out. And that's not a place that I think is healthy or good for anyone. Not all the time. And I guess that's the thing. At some point, you need to be you. And we have some role models who lived stealth lives, successful stealth lives. Janet Mock, for one, was one of our role models, is one of our role models. She recently came out. She could have hid for the rest of her life and nobody would have known. But she came out. In her case, she didn't come out because she was looking over her shoulders. She came out because she saw people were being hurt because there weren't role models. And so she came out as a role model for other people who would need to transition. If all of us live openly trans lifestyles, people can't lie about who we are. They can't say that we're child molesters or rapists using women's restrooms for trans women. I mean, it's bizarre the things that people believe about us that aren't true. And they never will be true. There are transgender people who are probably rapists. And there's probably transgender people who molest children. There's certainly, we covered it here, a transgender person who murdered someone. Trans people are people. We don't do those things at a higher rate than anyone else. We're just people. We live our lives. We love our kids, if we have them. We love our spouses, our partners, our parents. We come from good families and bad. We've been hurt, some, but we're not broken. We've been stressed out, scared, fearful. But that doesn't mean that we're broken either. We're just people. And that's enough. So I live openly trans, by choice, because I don't ever want to look over my shoulder in a closet. You decide for you what you need to do. And I do wish you luck. I care about each of you that might view this. And I hope that you have great success with your lives, your transitions, and a wonderful week. and I will see you next week. Bye.